Hey everybody, welcome to the World Series of Commander. Today we're going to talk about a very fun, new, and exciting way to play Magic the Gathering Commander in a competitive format. But before we get into that, allow me to introduce you to our Rules Committee.
Hi, my name is Steven. You can find me on Discord as Combo Steve.
Hey, I'm Philippe. You can find me on Discord as Story Mode.
And I'm Matt McClure, aka Big Dice, on Discord.
Hey, my name's Anthony. You can find me on Discord as Lord Apollo.
This new format, tell me a bit more about it. What kind of format is it? You said it was Commander, right?
It is. It's competitive Commander. We've created a 1v1 format using Precons.
It's very exciting. But usually with Commander, there's a little bit of a barrier to entry sometimes because some people just jam in their Gaia's Cradles or expensive cards. And sometimes I just don't have the money for that.
Well, the cool thing about this format is that it's budget. So you start off with a brand new deck out the box like this. Each week, you'll get a $15 budget to add to your deck.
Now, Phil,
Yeah.
you were talking to me about this earlier. This $15, can you keep it? Can you bank it and use it later?
No, you can't bank it. So you get $15 based on TCG mid. And every week, you can buy $15 worth of cards. You could buy 15 $1 cards, 30, 50-cent cards, however you want to do it. You don't even have to buy them. I say buy, but you can add them to your deck, whether it's from your collection, you can buy them, you can trade them with your friends. But you're registering your $15 worth of upgrades to your deck, but that's it.
Oh.
You could just get $1 worth of upgrades if you want, however you want to do it, but you're upgrading your deck on a weekly basis.
One of the other unique things that we do is we allow players to have access to a sideboard. In Commander games, typically there is no such thing as a sideboard. You're stuck with your 100 cards or 101 if you're running a companion. But with the 1v1 and utilizing the Precon League, we allow players to accumulate a sideboard over the course of the tournament. What are some of the things that we can do with that?
Well, first off, things you can do is add some silver bullets, things that you can sideboard in for, graveyard hate, artifact hate, tribal hate. I mean, I know in our match, Anthony, I really wished I had some graveyard or artifact hate because you're playing a mean Osgir deck.
Yeah, and if people are doing hate cards against you, you can also bring in your silver bullets to counteract all those. Whether it's things like a Dispeller's Capsule to blow up somebody's enchantments that are stopping you, or just artifact or creature removal in general that you may not normally play.
Is it a wish board?
No, there's definitely not a wish board. I mean, it's still Commander, so you're not pulling stuff out with Karn. You can't get your Fey wishes. Obviously, your Living Wish, Cunning Wish, whatever.
I wish I could Glittering Wish.
Yeah, none of that. Sideboard only.
Sad face.
In game, it doesn't exist. But you've still got this pool of cards that you're amassing, and some of your budget might go to just straight upgrading your deck. Some of your budget is going to go to making sure that you can combat the other strategies in the metagame. And that's the other thing about this, actually, because as more decks come out, the availability of I guess the availability is always the same since you can build it out of your collection. But it's always going to shift, and it's not a solved format like the other Eternal formats are. I think that's really one of the better things about this.
It's going to shift. It's going to change, and I mean, with every single new release that Wizards has put out, there's going to be new, really fun stuff to dissect, analyze, and see if it can dominate.
You get your 3 face commanders, you get whatever reprint commanders are in. You get 5 or 6 commanders per deck. So there's a lot of options, and even just a lot of different ways to play everything.
One thing I do want to ask you though. Let's say I'm running the new Witherbloom, but I really want to run Chatterfang in it. Can I put that in there?
No, so that's one of the beautiful things about this. We try to level the playing field, right? Making sure that the decks themselves don't necessarily get out of control. You can only choose a commander that comes within the Precon. So you can't go out and add a new commander and say, oh, hey, this week I'm going to play Chatterfang, right? You're stuck with one of the commanders that come in there.
So Chatterfang could be in the 99.
Ooh, could be in the 99,
but
if it's in budget.
That does remind me. In our first league season, we had somebody who bought the Mimeoplasm deck, and they cut out all blue, went down to Skullbriar because Skullbriar does come in the deck. They cut it, and they just made Skullbriar. and it was really
It
good.
was really fast.
Pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he made it in the top 4.
Yeah, he took 4th place. I mean, the whole premise of the deck, when we talk about fast decks and competitive decks, right, just because you're playing a Precon doesn't mean that you can't make a very explosive deck, right? So his entire premise was to cut blue, cast Skullbriar on turn 1 using Lotus Petal, Simeon's or Elder Spirit Guide, Dark Ritual, anything that he could do to get that out on turn 1, was in his game plan, and it was a very fast deck. So still able to play busted cards.
One of the cool things with this format too is that because everybody's starting over Precon decks and with these budgets, it levels the playing field. So like with our second season, we have a couple people who this is their first time playing Commander, and they were able to actually make the playoffs of the season because the playing field is so leveled out.
Back in the day, I used to play Isokron Scepter, Orm's Chant, right? When you're playing 1v1 and 60-card constructed, that's devastating, right?
Yeah.
You think about sitting down on a multiplayer pod, that's okay. But in this format, I feel like there's more opportunities to build some of the older ways to play Magic, aggro, control, go wide if you have to. Like, you can play a lot of different strategies.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of the fun things about it is that there's you're gonna have so many different obscure cards that you probably never thought about, but because you have a budget, you now have to look up these things. And the fun thing about this also is that you can still take these Precon decks and play them with your friends.
Yes.
So you can
Absolutely.
because you're already looking at all this wide range of cards, you'll be able to slot stuff in there and be like, all right, let's set our pod, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun. We've all done it. We actually had Matt here actually took a Precon straight out the box and almost wiped the whole table. So.
Hey, Silver Quill is real. I'm just here to tell you, it is a very, very good Precon. They did a great job with it this year.
Though I've got to say, both of y'all, Anthony and Phil, y'all played a mean Osgear.
Hey, playing Alibu.
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing the other commander in it.
So we're working on breaking Lowerhold, apparently.
Okay.
It's a good day.
So how you get signed up for this is head on over to worldseriesofcommander.com. Get signed up for one of our qualifiers invitational. From there, you can join our Discord server. Come join our community, hang out with us, play some games on Spelltable, learn all the different ways that we like to play both competitive Commander and pod player. I think one of my favorite games is Treachery. If I'm not playing 1v1 Precon, I'm playing Treachery for the most part. And come by and see us. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see you at the final table at the World Series of Commander.